Hello and welcome to Karate Time. Hello everyone and welcome back to Karate Time. I know it's been at least a month, probably more, since I've done a video, and first of all, good news, the channel is not dead. I am going to keep doing it, but I thought it's a good idea to get on here, get a video done, and essentially explain to you why there's been nothing from me for at least, I don't know, 4 weeks, 5 weeks, something along those lines. And it is going to be karate related, not just me chatting about why I've not been here. It's actually karate things that have kept me away from doing any videos. And the first one is actually a really simple one. This is the not karate related one, is that 5 weeks ago or something, I injured my back. So frankly, I had zero inclination to do a video. It was uncomfortable sitting here and then, you know, videoing and then editing, and it was the last thing I wanted to do on the weekends. And it's been very, very busy in work, so even when I started to feel better, I had no enthusiasm to do videos, and I just wanted to stay away from computers, away from screens, and just kind of chill out a bit. So that's that. But actually, on the karate front, the thing that's taken a lot of my time is I had to write the, well, not had to, I was asked to, and I wrote the guidelines for our governing body for COVID, so the return to sport plans and all of the risk assessments and the implementation planning and so on. So that has taken a lot of my time, but the good news is it's done, and basically clubs are in a position where they now have something to, you know, get them started, keep up to date with latest rules, and in a position to finally start reopening clubs. Naturally, the moment that happened, local lockdowns came into effect in South Wales, which kind of messed things up for a lot of people, especially if they're between counties. But you know, what can you do? You just got to adapt, you know, move on and adapt, improvise, overcome and adapt, as it were. And yeah, that's kind of been the story of the last 4 or 5 weeks. It's just been non-stop sitting at my computer writing and researching, or working. So, you know, to be honest, this was the last thing I'd wanted to do, but we're back. And what else has happened? So actually, the good news is that my club has finally been able to reopen. As of, well, when you see this, 2 days ago, we did our first lesson back in the club, and it was, you know, it was good. I mean, I know there's going to be a lot of, it's going to be very bizarre. There's no, everyone has to have a 3x3 meter area, so that they're always 2 meters away from everyone in each direction, and that means we can limit the hall to 8 people at the moment for us. And also there's genuinely, of course, people with concern and don't want to come back yet, and so on. So, you know, it's not going to be, we're not going to exactly have high numbers, but the point is that it was so nice to be back in a gi, in the right environment, even if it was a little bit odd the way we had to do things, but just the ability to do a kata without having to keep constantly adjusting your footwork and not bashing into a wall, and actually to see the people I'm teaching and not have it just purely over a video link. It was brilliant. It was really good. So you know, we're going to give it a month, see how things go. And if it looks like it's sustainable, we'll keep going, and if not, we'll make some modifications and we'll see what happens. But you know, the fact is, karate will survive COVID. It's not like, you know, if we had to stop again, it's not the end of the world. I know that the club will get back on its feet again when the situation's calm down a little. And actually, on that front, it's been a good few weeks because I've been buying books. I got this here. If you can see that, Sports Coach Planner, from a company called Sports Coach Planner, which I will say I really recommend. It was a good price, and it's basically got you've got ability to do monthly planning, focuses. You've got session plans, like loads of session plans in here. Even looking at things like what outcomes you want from a technical, psychological, physical, and social point of view. So that to me suggests this is when I say a proper coach's book, this is a high-end coaching book. The fact that they address things like psychology and social goals as well. So that is really, really good. So plan over this weekend is going to be to sit down and write up a monthly plan for club development, and that's what we're going to go on. And then another book, this one being an actual book, not a planner, East Asian Pedagogies, Education as Formation and Transformation Across Cultures and Borders. I know it probably doesn't sound exciting, but I'm quite excited about this because this is quite a special book for me, because where is it? Let's have a look. If you flip to page 63, you will find a chapter called, let's see if I can get this onto the camera. Cultivation Through Asian Form-Based Martial Arts Pedagogy by George Jennings, Simon Dodd, and David Brown. So this is the book chapter that I mentioned months and months ago, and I finally received my author copy. So I wrote this chapter with two good friends and colleagues, Doctors David Brown and George Jennings, brilliant guys. One is a Wing Chun practitioner, George Jennings, as well as Zilam. He does a lot of work, which is a Mexican martial art, sort of if I say like a rediscovered martial art. So they've gone back to, I don't know a huge amount about it, but it's gone back to some of the old sort of ancient Mexican systems and sort of brought them into a modern setting. So really, literally trying to invent a new martial art based on an old martial art. And David Brown then, Dr. David Brown, he is a Tai Chi Chuan practitioner mainly, although he does a lot of martial art research, on different subjects. And we have done this chapter all about, essentially from my point of view, from based of kata. George then has been looking at, I'm not sure what they call them, I think they just call them, let's have a look. He looked at it from the Zilam point of view, because they use something similar to kata, forms and patterns. And then I believe it's Tai Lu. I'm not very good with my pronunciation on those. I think it's Tai Lu or Formas for Tai Chi Chuan. So so that's, if anyone's interested, please feel free to drop me a message. I can probably give you a bit of a rundown on our chapter. I'm not sure what our restrictions are about sending the chapter, but the book is available, spring of publication, if anyone's interested. So that's kind of the last 4 weeks caught up on, really, or 5 weeks, or whatever it is. So generally, positive stuff, club back open, books arriving, planning going in, sort of a slight mid-COVID ability to get back into karate, and it's generally been pretty good, if you ignore my back injury, which is kind of back to normal. I did manage 2 45-minute sessions yesterday. I ache like crazy today, but we'll get there eventually. I think that's probably going to be it for today. There is going to be some content coming up with proper subjects, discussions, ideas, thoughts, and I will make an effort to do those. Now I'm back in the club, I can do some proper training videos again, which will be good. And other than that, I'm going to go and enjoy my cup of tea, and I hope to see you all soon. Take care, everyone. Bye.